Hey, happy day. I was in Texas just the other day, driving behind a great big semi truck, and there was a big sign in the back of it that said, "God is a Republican." I thought that's kind of cute, so I mentioned it to a female friend of mine, and I said, "Hey, did you know God is a Republican?" And she looked at me and she said, "Yes, she is." Hey, that's kind of cute. We all got opinions. Hey, don't you know, in Italy, what's going on there? You know what? It's resonating with people around the world because we have hope. There's hope. All of these people, politician people, are out to destroy our country, their country, every country. That's what they're working at, the genders and everything. They're mixing it all up, and they're trying so hard with some success to destroy the family unit. They're taking God out of everything. They've done that already, and they're replacing it with all kinds of queers and steers, right? Replacing him, I should say, and that's what's going on. And now this woman in Italy, she said, "I won." How do you like that? She's young. I think she's only 45. I can't pronounce names. Meloni, we'll go with that. Whatever. She's the leader of the Brothers of Italy party. Interesting name for a woman, and she won the most votes in Italy's national election, and she's now preparing to become the country's first ever female prime minister or premier, depending on the wordage and where you read it. She says that she's center-right. With what I've read about her, I would say she's really right. She kind of sounds like me a little bit. She says, hey, we defend God, country, and family, built in opposition to gender nonsense and the homosexual lobby, alongside support for strong borders and an end to limited mass migration. And she goes on like that. So you know what? She's right, so to speak. Hey, now we got the guy who ain't right on anything. That'd be the prime mistake in Canada. He's saying this. He's threatening Canadians. He doesn't like Canadians very much, and now he's threatening them yet again. And he said, "Hey guys, I've had COVID twice, by the way." He's not saying that, but what this story that I quickly will relate, I'll get to it. It's coming from him, coming from a guy who's got all of the boosters, all of the shots, and he's had COVID twice, and he doesn't even get out that much because nobody wants him around him. Hey, just saying. But the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau now has threatened Canadians with fall restrictions and rules, which of course implies or certainly suggests masks again and all this other stuff. And if you refuse to take these COVID booster shots, he says, I need up to 90%. Could be 80, could be 85, but I'm thinking 90%. Some paraphrasing going on here. Otherwise, you guys, I'm going to do bad things. And there's a risk of a serious wave of COVID this fall. There's no evidence, of course, to support any of that, but there hasn't been. And far less than half of Canadians have actually taken the booster shot, which is a long ways from 90. And there's another number here, 12% of people only have the one booster, or say that they have chosen to get the one booster. A little conflicting there with terms of the numbers, but that is what it says here. The population now says blah, blah, blah. Oh, I see what it says. I'll get it. We've got the booster, one of them, but we won't take the next booster shot, and that's 12% of people say that they will take the booster shot. Have you got that? I said it in a confusing way, but I got it. I'm worried about me. You know what? There's no evidence whatsoever. Now they're running ads on television, spending your money if you're a Canadian, saying, take the booster shot. It'll reduce, this and that, and it's all nonsense. Just saying. Now, President Trump, former President Trump, he sends out emails to people, and I'm on the list. I got this one. Dear Brian, not only did the FBI steal my passport in the FBI raid in my home, they also took my complete and highly confidential medical file in history. And then in brackets, he put this. He breaks me up. At least they'll see that I'm very healthy, an absolute perfect physical specimen. Donald. They will never, ever stop coming after me, Brian. They're out to get me because they're afraid that we'll save America from Joe Biden's terrible presidency. And when they say they're coming after me, they're really coming after you. He's got kind of a point there, don't you know? Now, in Edmonton, I think it was Edmonton, I was there recently, and I picked up out of the newspaper talking about Indians. They call them something else now, indigenous or something. But they're saying that the population has grown twice as fast as the non-Indian population. And now it stands at almost 2 million people, which is about 5% of the population. That's hogwash. That ain't true, because to get to be an Indian today, my understanding is, firstly, you can be a Métis, you can be all kinds of things to be an Indian. I think there's less than 1% of the population in Canada is an actual Indian, a real Indian. And today I could go, and if I can, and I'm kind of white, and if I could convince the people on that committee that I should have Indian status, they'll give me a card. I don't have to give proof or birth certificates or anything like that for any of my people from a way back. That's my understanding. In fact, I know people, white people who have become Indian, their status Indian, so they're in this percentage. So the percentages are a little bit mixed up, right? I don't buy that. Lastly, I got one more thing. Here it comes in Chicago. Maybe two more things. In Chicago, there's this children's hospital. They've now created this program to promote radical gender theory, trans-friendly sex toys for kids. Really. Back to what I said earlier, we need hope. We have hope a little bit in Italy, we need hope in America, right? I mean, it's called Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago, and they say beyond this and that, we need, the Western society has created an oppressive, false gender thing, falsely dividing the world into the categories of man and woman, and that's resulted in discrimination. How dare you say there's just man and women? There's a whole bunch of different genders, so they say. And they're teaching that to their children, they're not their kids, they're your kids. They're doing that, not nice. Then, now I got the last thing. In Ontario, Canada, you got this transgender high school teacher who's kind of bananas, really. She's got these breasts that are just like, look at the picture, like it's craziness. And this person, this man, this it, whatever it is, but the school board refuses to do anything about it because they say, hey, you know what? That's discrimination, and we don't want to do that. Discrimination, do you think? Try joining the army if you're white. That's the government discrimination, because you can't, because there's limits, and on goes a list. But they're saying it's discrimination and it's okay to do. And this freak is allowed to be in a classroom to influence and teach children. How do you like that? I just wanted to keep you all abreast of what's going on in the world. You all come back. See ya.